Time is not on our side, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't been since COVID, with the pandemic blurring all time and reality. We're already halfway done with the decade, and it's not slowing down either. Just like that, the month of January is essentially over. 31 days down the drain. Gone in a flash. Black Flash?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Out of all the shows currently airing, the most popular is without a doubt Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, are we surprised at this point? It's an action, it's made by MAPPA, it's a shonen, the trifecta for any anime normie out there. You think they're watching Tamon's B-side even though it's really good? Or In the Clear Moonlit Dusk? Hell no. Romance? Yo, that's gay, dude. I need my buff strong men exchanging blows. I need my impact frames, my Sakuger, and my visual orgasms on screen, dude.
Ha! Gay!
And that mindset is why shoujo is slowly disappearing year by year. Back on topic, Jujutsu Kaisen's highly anticipated third season is finally upon us. The culling game. And they hit the ground running with this one. In internet terms, absolute cinnamon. Wait, that's not right. In just 3 episodes, we've gotten the most cinematic, visually insane season of JJK, period. And if you think otherwise, you're just lying to yourself. I like season 1, but it visually does not compare to what comes after, which is a fact, sorry not sorry. What Gosho Zono has done with the anime since season 2 does not go unnoticed or unappreciated, as through his vision, he gave us an adaptation the manga truly deserves, even a Naoya trend. MAPPA really loves to nerf somebody, don't they? Cause he isn't remotely like this in the manga. The team deliberately made him this threatening pretty boy when really he's just a misogynistic prick. And unsurprisingly, people are falling for it, but that's neither here nor there. As good as the anime is, there hasn't really been a contender for a perfect episode. Many come close, but none of them are flawless executions to me. Even the best ones have elements that could be improved on. That is, or that was, until now. Episode 4 has been a long-awaited moment in JJK's story, something that's been teased since before the main story. Maki versus the Zenin clan. Now that it's aired, I can say with full confidence this is Jujutsu Kaisen's first perfect episode. Now you may look at the title and say, are you serious? We had the hidden inventory arc and the Shibuya incident in one whole season with gorgeous animation, and you're telling me no perfect episodes came out of that? Yes, that's what the title says, doesn't it? This isn't clickbait. This is my humble opinion. I don't understand what's so hard to believe. But it's not like I'm just saying it blindly without reasoning, so that's what I'm doing in this video, listing why I've come to this conclusion. So without further ado, let's get into it with number 1, the importance of the Zenin clan. Throughout the series, you'll never go a significant amount of time without hearing some mention of this clan. Considering they're a part of the 3 greatest clans in the Jujutsu world, it's not wrong to come to that conclusion. They pride themselves on putting strength and curse techniques before anything else, doing so for thousands of years, preceding even the current members of the clan, which explains their high status. If you don't have either a crazy technique or crazy strength, consider your status as a Zenin revoked. They don't even see you as a person at that point, more like a roach that needs to be stepped on. Without the Zenin clan or the 2 other big clans, Jujutsu Kaisen would be completely different. By them simply existing, they drive majority of the story and the characters in it, which leads into reason number 2, Maki's character arc. Not only is Maki one of my favorite characters, she's also one of JJK's most important and best written characters. But you won't understand her full role in the series if you haven't read or watched JJK 0. Her introduction in the main series isn't until episode 5, and it's just a quick gag when she comes in. MAPPA executed that scene in season 1 with the assumption of you already knowing who Maki, Inumaki, and Panda were. So when she explains her motivations to Nobara, it doesn't come as any surprise, because we already got this exposition in the prequel. Before the night parade of 100 demons, Maki reveals to Yuta her goal of eliminating the Zenin clan. Her entire life she was labeled the clan's failure, just a normal person with little cursed energy. From JJK 0 to where we are in the anime, Maki's always trying to prove herself to everyone that she's not a failure, going from quote unquote failure to one of the strongest no cursed energy sorcerers in JJK, constantly being compared to Toji by multiple people due to their heavily restrictions and abundance of physical strength. Mai also plays a huge part in Maki's evolution as well. Mai never got the same treatment as Maki growing up. She was the more liked twin. It got to the point where Mai adopted the Zenin clan's mindset and started acting like them. Whether Mai was programmed to thinking that way or not, you see it during their short encounter in season 1. This, however, is revealed to be false. When the two fight during the Goodwill event, Mai lays her true feelings out there for Maki to hear. She wasn't mad because of the Zenin clan, but because Maki chose to deviate from the clan's path and leave her behind. Mai selfishly wanted Maki to stay at the bottom with her and abide by their clan's lifestyle, and when she didn't, Mai felt away. Anger and jealousy both can apply in her situation. What Mai fails to realize though is that despite Maki choosing a different path for herself, that didn't take away from the deep love she has for her sister. Mai is the only part of her clan that Maki truly cares about, referring to her as her heart. So when finding out that that part of her is gone, her entire personality shifts, which leads to the long-awaited moment, Maki killing her entire clan. While returning to the clan to retrieve curse tools, Maki learns about her father's plan to kill Megumi, her, and Mai. Upon hearing this, Maki tries to save Mai. However, it was too late. The twins have one last conversation before Mai sacrifices herself, promising her to simply destroy everything. And that she did, with the coldest expression she's had in the entire series, offing each Zenin one by one. Just straight bad bitch, boss bitch energy. I'd have to reread the manga, but the twins exchange was kind of blazed through in the episode. It might have been this short in the chapter and I just don't remember, I don't know, because it's been a minute since I read the manga. Maki vs. the Zenin clan has been heavily referenced directly and indirectly since the prequel, and for it to finally be released, it encapsulates everything that makes this series special. Number 3. A one-to-one recreation of Gege's art style. Character design is one of the most important aspects in the animation pipeline. I made a video about it, but nothing visually can't start without the character designer. I mean, maybe some rough layouts, but in terms of finalizations, nothing can't start without character designs. We can all agree that some manga art styles aren't 100% adaptable, as some don't have anime in mind when creating. That's why we can't get a competent Berserk adaptation, or an official one at that. In terms of art styles that I've seen in Jump manga throughout the years, JJK is one that probably required a little more thought than others when adapting the anime. Season 1 almost nailed it, but this episode perfectly replicated Gege's manga art. They even got the expressions down to a T. Like, it literally feels like they traced the manga panels and colored and animated them. Hopefully this isn't just a one-off thing and the rest of the episodes look like this, because this here is Jujutsu Kaisen. Normally studios will take certain key traits from the mangaka and implement them in the designs, or the anime looks nothing fucking like the manga. Looking at you, Kaiju number 8. Yo, y'all remember when the last episode of season 2 came out and comparison shots were being posted and the anime only viewers were perplexed at the difference? That was just hilarious. Anyway, thanks Nishio, you ruined it for everybody. Season 3 of JJK has been the closest the anime has looked to the manga art, and episode 4 captures it perfectly. I really enjoyed how they executed each battle so differently too. Maki's fight with the Kukuda unit coupled with the music track, for some reason, reminded me of Hit Girl's introductory fight scene in Kick-Ass. I know that's an out of left field comparison and Kick-Ass's scene is played more comedically, but that thought randomly popped in my head for some reason. Kill Bill is probably a more accurate comparison. Naoya vs Maki was also insane. I didn't think season 3 would improve on the visualization of projection sorcery, but they did. Also, why are they nerfing Naoya this hard? This nigga's not like this, bruh. Reception of this episode has been mixed, to put it nicely. A lot of fans, majority being on the Japanese side, are a bit angry about Mappa's execution, essentially how much the team deviated from the original material. Y'all niggas are just so ungrateful. Listen, if you're an anime fan in big 2026 still expecting a 1-to-1 adaptation, I'm sorry, you may need to stick solely to just reading the manga. Whenever an anime is too experimental, it's nothing like the manga. Whenever an anime doesn't do enough, it's not doing the manga justice. There's just no winning with you people. Look, the manga is just a springboard or reference for the team to take and elevate to make sense in a moving context. Look, I don't know if people know this, but manga and animation are completely different mediums. Mind explosion. Something Gege might have done in the manga wouldn't work in the anime, especially when you're supposed to make these panels move. This sequence in the manga didn't do anything that extraordinary in terms of execution and paneling. As a matter of fact, the chapter wasn't even finished when it was originally published. Uh-oh, didn't mean to reveal that. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Fans are mad that certain panels weren't adapted 1-to-1, which, I'm sorry, were we watching the same episode? Was there another cut that released and niggas are watching different ones? Cause look at all of these. Anyway, fans are seething over these Toji panels, which, let's just put our thinking caps on for a minute. Wouldn't it be weird if Toji was just standing there and Kid Naoya happened to see him? It makes more sense, it gives off an eerier vibe that Toji's walking past Naoya. Also, the panels are still there, it's just fucking animated now. And sure, these panels clearly illustrate the Maki-Toji comparison. The direct reference is quick, but the animators mirrored a lot of Toji's fighting style in Maki with this episode to give off that same illusion. In terms of physical combat, Maki never moved like this before. I expect nothing less from the online fandom though. I mean, JJK is a battle shonen, and battle shonen fans are the epitome of toxic fandoms, which further showcases how a lot of fans don't understand animation as a medium, just complaining to make themselves feel seen. Thankfully, a lot of anime-only viewers actually enjoyed the episode. It's mainly manga fans throwing a hissy fit. Y'all ungrateful asses deserve the most bottom-tier passable trash. Cause even with something as creatively ambitious and amazing as what we got this episode, there's still no pleasing people. Y'all would be comatose if the rest of the season turned into another One Punch Man Season 3. If niggas are getting heated over this, they're gonna have a heart attack over other culling game moments. Thank God none of y'all are on these production teams, because we be getting the most basic, predictable looking anime in the history of the medium. Hopefully Goshizono isn't seeing any of these negative comments, because he's doing an outstanding job directing the anime. We already know what happens when fans complain about directors. Then again, this might be the last season since we're in the final major arc, so that shouldn't be an issue. With the culling game, we see Goshizono in his true element directing Jujutsu Kaisen. And with the latest episode, it cements the comfortability he has in his role, further showcasing his abilities. This is why I believe episode 51 is, in my opinion, the first perfect episode of the series. Very much looking forward to how MAPPA executes the remaining material. But yeah, that's the end. What do you think of the newest episode? Do you agree with me? No? Are there any other episodes that could be considered perfect? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you rock with the video, leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified every time I upload. Till next time, deuces.